It's the all-new Sports Visions with Dale Williams and DJ Jones, your hometown sports guys. Two damn good dogs.
Welcome to the all-new Sports Visions. I'm DJ Jones alongside my good friend and traveling partner Dale Williams. How are you, sir?
What's up, player?
Hey, man, I'm doing fine, man. I'm doing outstanding, to be honest with you, because we had an opportunity to do something this past weekend. We had a chance to check on some of our young mentees, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But coming up in just a little bit, Dale, we have an opportunity to talk about not only the Georgia Bulldogs and the world's largest cocktail party. We'll talk some high school football, and of course, we know that Auburn and Alabama's off this week.
All right, it's going to be big this week. The theme of this week's show, DJ, contenders or pretenders, from high school to college to the NFL. We're going to find out this week.
All right, we also check in with the Atlanta Falcons. All that and more next, coming on Sports Visions.
Every remaining 2017 Nissan must go at Headquarter Nissan. Over 400 left, and they're all priced to sell. Drive a new Rogue for just $19,800. $19,800. Drive a new Altima for just $17,540. $17,540. That's right, a new Rogue just $19,800. A new Altima just $17,540. And they're all backed by a lifetime warranty. Hurry, because once they're gone, they're gone.
Columbus, it's a Nissan town.
And welcome back to Sports Visions, Dale. Our high school football report is actually, starting to sound a little bit redundant because the Central Red Devils have clinched their fourth straight region title, and of course they've been on top of the polls over in Alabama for the last 2 months.
They've been there the last 2 months, DJ, and you can say again, Central is a contender, DJ. They're in there. I mean, really, everybody else can finish second when it comes to region play. We're going to see how good they are as the season progresses.
And, of course, Central did something that they don't normally do. They played on a Saturday this year. Obviously, it's a scheduling situation, but because usually Friday nights is for high school football, and on Saturdays, that's for the colleges. But they played at the Crampton Bowl, played against a lead down in Montgomery, and with nip and tuck for the most part. But again, as powerful and as much depth as Central have, they were able to deliver the punch in the second half.
Well, DJ, when you got moved games to Saturday for a high school kid, that means you got to get up early. And really for making the adjustments to get down to Montgomery and get ready to play, work out a little bit, it's really a difficult process. And I think really it took Central a little longer to get started because they usually start fast in every game. But I think really just making that adjustment to play on Saturday had more impact than really the team that they played.
Big shout out to Peter Parrish, the quarterback over at Central. He had 183 yards on 12 carries and 3 touchdowns. So congratulations to that young man. Now, let's talk about Muskogee County and what's going on here, because it's apparent that there's a logjam for the region here. And I know that Carver and Cairo and Columbus High and several other teams are jockeying for position, but they beat up on each other, so it's going to get down to maybe even a mini playoff.
Well, it might be a mini playoff, DJ, but now you start getting into the contenders or the pretender piece. Columbus beating Carver this past weekend. Northside's getting ready to play Cairo this weekend. So it's going to be interesting to see how that thing pans out. Who's going to get those playoff spots? Who's going to get those playoff positions? And you're probably going to have 2 or 3 just from in the Columbus area to get those spots. But it's going to be interesting down the line, DJ.
I want to congratulate Phil Marino, the coach of the Columbus Blue Devils. They did something that they hadn't done in a long time by beating Carver on last Friday night. And, of course, when you talk about what Columbus High and how that program has come about, and I know you had some experience firsthand by you being your son being there, you got to be happy for Columbus High.
Well, you're happy for them, DJ. A lot of hard work goes into it. But, I can't remember the last time that their defense forced 7 or 8 turnovers. I can't remember the last time they beat Carver. So it's really interesting. It's good to see some development and some maturing of those players, and hats off to Coach Marino.
Absolutely. And, of course, Manchester continues to roll, man. I look for them to go deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, Manchester's going to do what they do. And then really, again, Manchester, they got a good quarterback. They got a good defense. They got good support, especially when they play in Manchester. It's going to be a big-time thing when it comes down to playoff time, region championship time, I expect Manchester to be there.
All right, we'll take a short break. This is Sports Visions.
We're here at Headquarters Nissan's 3rd annual charity golf tournament to support Mercy Med. Great turnout. Weather was a little rocky this morning, but it turned out to be a beautiful 62-degree weather today. So we thank all of our sponsors for coming out. Also, we'd like to say thank you for everybody that came out to Headquarters Nissan to see the Heisman Trophy. What a great event it was. Nissan sponsoring the Heisman House, which is very cool during college football. And I'd like to say, would somebody please take Alabama out of #1? Somebody's got to come out and do it. It could be Auburn. They're looking good right now. But thanks for everybody coming to Headquarters Nissan, and we look forward to seeing y'all next year at our 4th annual charity golf tournament.
And welcome back to Sports Visions, Dale. It's time for our Atlanta Falcon report. And man, I tell you, you know what? For some reason, the Falcons are not the same team that we saw last year. They're not the defending NFC champions, and Matt Ryan certainly is not playing like the MVP that we saw last year.
Well, you know, DJ, they're definitely not the team of last year, and they can right now they need to officially stop thinking about what they did last year. The Super Bowl piece is over. The loss against the Patriots was just, to me, was just a really disgusting.
It was a letdown, major letdown. I know they're on the road. They got 2 more games on the road. They got the Jets coming up, but the Patriots game on last Sunday had prime time. It was an opportunity for the Atlanta Falcons to show that they are for real, and I think what they did was they took a step backwards. But I think a lot of the focus now has been blamed on, or at least, you know, when you talk about not playing well, there has to be a finger pointing at some direction. Coach Zarkeezy, the new offensive coordinator, he is the guy that everybody seems to think that is not why that train is not going on the same track.
Well, you know, everybody in the NFL are thinking the same thing to everybody, you know, from, you know, Shanahan to Steve Sarkisian right now. Really, I don't think he knows how to handle the weapons that he has. But, you know, I'm going to give him a pass, DJ, because Shanahan, it took him some time last year to get this thing going. But the Falcons have too many offensive weapons to have to go on 90 minutes without scoring a touchdown. That was just too much for me, you know, and having that explosiveness, they still have it. The running game, that they shy away from it so many times. But either on the other side, the defense, you can blame the defense for a lot of stuff. Again, we had a bonehead play on a personal foul penalty on Claiborne that takes an interception back. They go down, they score a touchdown, and, you know, trying to get off the field, and they are horrible getting off the field on 3rd down.
Well, you know what, again, you know, you just have to know that something is wrong. And I do know as far as the new offensive coordinator, he had to learn the old system that Shanahan put in place. It wasn't like he was able to bring his system in. So that's going to take some adjustments, and you can tell, obviously. But bottom line is, like we talk about all the time, you know, Julio Jones only having 3 catches in the first half, that's unacceptable.
No, I mean, really, DJ, unacceptable in that sense. And, you know, you start seeing that Matt Ryan was trying to give him the ball, and they put an effort. You know, you got Sanu, who's coming back off an injury. You're trying to throw on key downs to him. They weren't clicking. So nothing that Matt Ryan is doing right now, they're not clicking right now, DJ, on the offensive side of the ball. But even on the defensive side of the ball, DJ, they're just on the field too much. And, you know, playing when you're rushing 3 against Tom Brady, and he knows you're rushing 3, he knows he's got time, he's going to pick you apart again. And, you know, even with the new defensive coordinator, Manny Mandrian, you know, the new guy, I know Dan Quinn want to help this guy out. He's a Dan Quinn guy. But at the same time, DJ, Dan Quinn better start coaching defense, or we're going to be hollering on a new coach here pretty soon.
Well, the bottom line is the Falcons they're 0-1 on their 3-game road trip. They're going to New York. Again, New York has not been the team that everybody thought was going to be. You know, they didn't think that New York had a chance. New York Jets have been playing some good ball, and again, that's not going to be an easy one.
Now, Todd Bowles got New York Jets playing good football, and really the AFC East has not been good to the Atlanta Falcons, really. And the best thing that the Falcons can do right now, DJ, is win 1 game. You can't win 2 at a time. You got to win 1 game, and I think that'll break them out of that funk. But on this road trip, it's going to tell a lot about the Atlanta Falcons, whether they are contenders or pretenders.
Absolutely. The New Orleans Saints, by the way, are leading that NFC South division that the Falcons had 2 weeks ago. And again, you know what, when you talk about what New Orleans is doing, now, of course, after New York, you got the Carolina Panthers. And
that's right.
We know when you're going up against the Panthers, you don't know what Cam Newton you're going to get. If you get the good Cam Newton, the MVP Cam Newton, you're going to have trouble.
Well, you know, man, New Orleans Saints are about a couple of wins, DJ, from running away from that NFC South. You know, Drew Brees is going to be Drew Brees. You can write him down for 5,000 yards every year. But the Saints are playing good football. They're playing good defense. And you know if Drew Brees got a defensive play, New Orleans Saints are going to be tough. So that's been the biggest thing right there.
Quickly, before we get out of here, let's talk a little bit about some of the other things going on in the league. First and foremost, I want to go back to that Atlanta Falcons game, the play of Tom Brady. Again, he's 40 years old, and he has missed a beat. He had an outstanding game. Nothing seems to show you that he's slowing down at all.
Nothing at all, DJ, and really when he's even familiar with the defense that he's going to play against, like he was familiar with the Falcons, he's going to pick them apart, DJ. And really, again, when you don't put pressure on this guy, if you don't get this guy tap dancing, you're going to have some problems throughout the game. And really, you know, he's been good. I mean, playing like that, playing in the system that he's been in with New England for years, he might be able to go to 45, DJ.
And lastly, Ezekiel Elliott, what kind of conflict, or you don't know from game to game now if he's going to be a part of the team on Sundays. How much of a distraction would that be?
That would be a big distraction for a kid like that, man. You know, he's playing good. Just leave him alone. I mean, if you got charges against him, make them federal charges, make them criminal charges, and then you get involved with what this guy's going to do. But when you're saying that you don't know whether this guy is going to be playing this week, we're appealing this week, you're going to see if he's going to play, and it always goes up to game time, it's got to bother him playing.
All right. We'll take a short break. This is Sports Vision.
Hello, my name is Mike Stone. I've had the privilege to serve as a volunteer at the Carpenters Way Ranch for over 20 years. Please join us for our annual Giving Childhood a Chance luncheon on November 7th at St. Luke Ministry Center in Columbus. This year's guest speaker will be Rudy Ruettiger of Notre Dame football fame, whose story was captured in the acclaimed movie Rudy. For more information, please go to themethodisthome.org/events. Our House Carpenters Way is a ministry of the Methodist Home for Children and Youth.
Come on out to the Office Sports Bar and Grill. Whether meeting up with friends, colleagues, or family, you will feel right at home. We have live music from local artists, happy hour from 4 to 6 daily, and outstanding daily specials. The Office Sports Bar and Grill is not your typical sports bar. Come eat and drink like a boss.
Every remaining 2017 Nissan must go at Headquarter Nissan. Over 400 left, and they're all priced to sell. Drive a new Rogue for just $19,800. $19,800. Drive a new Altima for just $17,540. $17,540. That's right, a new Rogue just $19,800. A new Altima just $17,540. And they're all backed by a lifetime warranty. Hurry, because once they're gone, they're gone.
Columbus, it's a Nissan town.
You okay?
What happened?
Dad kind of walked into my swing.
Huh? Don't you mean Dad kind of ruined our Hawaii fund?
I should go to the hospital.
There goes the airfare. I don't think health insurance will cover all of that. Without that cash from Aflac, we might have to choose between Hawaii or your face.
Hawaii.
What?
Oh, Hawaii.
You might have less coverage than you think. Visit Aflac.com and keep your lifestyle healthy.
Aflac! Attention Columbus, Fort Benning, Phoenix City, and the surrounding areas. Sports Visions Entertainment presents the Party Bus Lifestyle. Take a trip with us. Don't worry about driving. 15, 25, 30 of your sorority sisters, fraternity brothers, family, or friends. Get to travel in luxurious lifestyle, in-town or out-of-town visits. Come travel with us and experience the exclusive luxury Party Bus Lifestyle. Call 706-681-1136 or 706-681-5192. Welcome back to Sports Visions. Joining me right now is one of the greatest running backs that I've ever known and played with, my classmate, my UGA teammate, Herschel Walker. Welcome to Columbus.
Hey, thank you for having me here. I tell you, I love Columbus. You know, I get a chance, and it's strange because as I travel around the world, I met a lot of people from Columbus, and the first thing I said, did you go to Hardaway or did you go to Darryl Jones School?
Well, Darryl Jones School is actually George Washington Carver for you folks who don't know. But Herschel, man, I'm so proud of you. Everybody knows about your football accolades. Of course, I had the pleasure of joining you and your family in 1982 at the Heisman ceremony in New York. We won't talk about that. What I want to talk about is your transition into business. I mean, a lot of folks have known a lot of touchdowns, a lot of yards, a lot of awards on the football field. But I'm most proud of you, of what you've been doing in business. Let's talk a little, bring the folks up to speed on what's going on.
Well, I've been very fortunate. Today, one of the things I think I'm proud of is in the last 8 years, I've had an opportunity to visit bases all over the world. We treat between 45 to 5,000 soldiers a year. I'm a part of a program called Patriot Support, where we travel all over the world. I speak at bases, like I said, once a month, anywhere in the world, downrange to Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria. I'm in San Diego next week. But also my food company that I started 20 years ago is the largest minority-owned chicken company in the United States. I started a promotion company about 10 years ago, which is the largest one minority-owned in the United States, and also a Best Red Drapery company where we have almost 150 women in South Carolina that sold Best Reds and Draperies for a hotel. So I've been very fortunate. One of the things my mom told me a long time ago, she said, if you give a man a job, you give him self-worth. And, I started companies not to make money. I felt that the companies pay for themselves, and, God has blessed me through football. I'll be happy. And the company has been very, very successful for me. But it's the same thing in football. It had nothing to do with Herschel Walker. It had to do with you had a good team. And that's what I say. I got a good team. And that's what I try to tell people, even when they talk about me playing at Georgia. I said, guys, you look at the team I was on. You look at the people I played with. We were not the biggest, the fastest, but I tell you what, we would get after your butt. And I said, you look at Nat Hudson, Tim Morrison, look at all those guys that play, Blake Wood, and, you look at those guys that play, they got after people. You hardly ever saw me get hit in the backfield. It gave me a chance to run, and that's what I did. And you look at people like yourself. I came in with a great freshman class, and I continue to say this, I don't think I was the best athlete in that class. There's no doubt. I think Freddie Gilbert was. And then you think about Scott Williams, yourself. I came in with a great class that they encouraged Melvin Simmons. And look at Terry Ho. You can just keep naming guys. That was a great class, and I said that's what made us a great team. We had a great group of guys that we encouraged each other. We loved each other, and that's what counts.
You also affiliated with the hotel company.
I forgot about that.
We came up. True. I caught the one in Atlanta, of course, right across from the Fox. But you just had most recently one in Savannah.
We do. We own the Georgia Terrace Hotel. I sit on the public traded board, and also we just opened up the DeSoto down in Savannah. We reopened that down in Savannah. We have a couple of hotels all over the United States to try to keep them in the South, to bring that Southern hospitality back to the South, where you have that yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, and great food and different things, and that's what I'm doing. And that's what's so weird. I started talking about some of the things I'm doing. I forget about some, so it's good for me to mention the hotel. So I'm tell everybody to go stay at the Georgia Terrace Hotel, but you got to pay. Nothing is free. We got good food, and down in DeSoto, down in Savannah, and we also own the hotel right across down in Jacksonville. Across from the stadium where the Georgia Dolls play at, the Crown Plaza across from the stadium where they take the boats across. We own that hotel there as well. So I've been involved in that now for a couple of years, and they're putting up with me a little bit.
Lastly, I got to ask you about the Dogs. I know that number 3 in the country right now and undefeated, and I know that you and I, we're prideful with our Georgia Bulldogs. But again, we hadn't seen a defense that play like that in a lot of years.
We haven't, and I wanted to bring them back to Junkyard Dolls, but I probably shouldn't do that because I don't want to offend them, so I can bring them back to Junkyard Puppies or something like that. But they're playing well. They bend, but they don't break. One thing that I like about them is they hit people, and that's what you got to do.
Before we go, this last thing that I want you to know, I got some parents, I got some kids and coaches watching out there. Herschel, talk a little bit about your background coming up, because some kids out there who might not be getting letters from colleges, they might not be getting the looks, the parents don't think that the coach is doing the job for them. But if they're destined to play at the next level, what advice do you have for them?
The advice I give them: don't give up. You don't stop. You continue to work hard, and most of all, get your grades. I think that's so important. Is get your grades, get to a college, and don't give up. I saw a movie, and I want to encourage a lot of people to go out and see this this movie the other day, and I was embarrassed because I have a plant in Arkansas, in Silo Springs, Arkansas, so I'm around the Razorbacks a lot. But there was a movie called The Grader, and it was a young man that was a walk-on. They called him fat. They said he was overweight, that he'll never make it. Well, he had a dream. He had a dream that he was going to play for the Razorbacks, and tell you what, he played for the Razorback. Not only did he play for the Razorback, he became a starter, and he got drafted in the NFL. Never played a lick of Pro Bowl, but he was killed going home to take his mom to church. I watched this movie, and I think that movie can encourage a lot of young people that, if you have a dream, you believe in that dream, but you got to work at it. One thing I tell those young men out there, young men and women, so you're going to have sacrifices, and I think that's what they got to come. You got to have sacrifices. If you want to make good grades, that means you can't be going to parties. That means you can't go out and do those crazy things. You want to be a good athlete, that means you got to work a little harder. After practice, you got to get your grades. You're going to have to give up a couple of things. You can't be smoking, can't be drinking. Whatever you want to do, you got to sacrifice, and that's what people got to realize.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest running backs of all time, the 1982 Heisman Trophy winner, Herschel Walker. We'll be right back after this.
This is Daryl Bird at Headquarters Nissan. When Dale and DJ go on the road with Sports Vision, they go on the road with a Nissan vehicle. For all your Nissan vehicle needs, call Daryl at Headquarters Nissan at 706-304-9681.
Come on out to the Office Sports Bar and Grill. Whether meeting up with friends, colleagues, or family, you will feel right at home. We have live music from local artists, happy hour from 4 to 6 daily, and outstanding daily specials. The Office Sports Bar and Grill is not your typical sports bar. Come eat and drink like a boss.
Hello, my name is Mike Stone. I've had the privilege to serve as a volunteer at the Carpenters Way Ranch for over 20 years. Please join us for our annual Giving Childhood a Chance luncheon on November 7th at St. Luke Ministry Center in Columbus. This year's guest speaker will be Rudy Ruettiger of Notre Dame football fame, whose story was captured in the acclaimed movie Rudy. For more information, please go to themethodisthome.org/events. Our House Carpenters Way is a ministry of the Methodist Home for Children and Youth.
Are you okay?
What happened?
Dad kind of walked into my swing.
Huh?
Don't you mean Dad kind of ruined our Hawaii fund?
I should go to the hospital.
There goes the airfare. I don't think health insurance will cover all of that. Without that cash from Aflac, we might have to choose between Hawaii or your face.
Hawaii.
What?
Oh, Hawaii.
You might have less coverage than you think. Visit Aflac.com and keep your lifestyle healthy.
Aflac!
Every remaining 2017 Nissan must go at Headquarters Nissan. Over 400 left, and they're all priced to sell. Drive a new Rogue for just $19,800. $19,800. Drive a new Altima for just $17,540. $17,540. That's right, a new Rogue just $19,800. A new Altima just $17,540. And they're all backed by a lifetime warranty. Hurry, because once they're gone, they're gone.
Columbus, it's a Nissan town.
Attention Columbus, Fort Benning, Phoenix City, and the surrounding areas. Sports Visions Entertainment presents the Party Bus Lifestyle. Take a trip with us. Don't worry about driving. 15, 25, 30 of your sorority sisters, fraternity brothers, family, or friends. Get to travel in luxurious lifestyle, in town or out of town visits. Come travel with us and experience the exclusive luxury Party Bus Lifestyle. Call 706-681-1136 or 706-681-5192. And welcome back to today's final segment of Sports Vision. Dale, it's so good to have our old teammate in town again. You know, we've been to a lot of events. We've seen him a lot since we actually played at the university, and we're very fortunate to have a guy that's actually going to be a legacy and an icon when you talk about football history.
When you start talking about football history, you will see the name and hear the name of Herschel Walker everywhere.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And, you know, when we're talking about, you know, the high school football and the competitiveness in the local regions, schedules, you know, Central obviously is off the charts. We look for them to bring home a state championship. Anything less than that would be a disappointment.
You know, people over in Phoenix City would not be happy with that, DJ. Other than winning a state championship, that's all they want to hear about this year.
And the Falcons, man, we got to get better. We have to get better. I say we because I'm a Falcon guy still.
Well, you know, a lot of people still Falcon guys, but you know, really, your Mercedes-Benz Stadium has turned into a special event center, DJ. If the Falcons don't start getting it done, people in Atlanta are going to turn on them, and I love to hear that fan base on the radio up there.
In the midst of all of this great football, there is something called the Fall Classic. The World Series will start. Of course, it started Tuesday of this week, and again, man, what a tremendous effort that the Astros and the Dodgers have put on this season. Two teams that several years ago were just at bottom feeders.
Really, they were bottom feeders, but the Astros had the winning this record in the major leagues, and then now you got the Dodgers, really coming back to fruition. Magic Johnson doing a good job of getting good players that keep good players. The Kershaw piece has been good. But it's going to be a great World Series, again, a World Series of tradition.
Absolutely. And again, when you think about the World Series, think about those folks out in Texas, all they went through, as well as the city of Houston. Man, this is a reward on top of all of that disaster.
That's a great point, DJ. And really, the Houston Astros are a traditional franchise. Always been in Houston, always had good players, got major league players, from the Joe Morgans to the toy cannon, Jimmy Wynn. Those boys used to play in the Astrodome. So really, they got a lot of legacy, a lot of history, a lot of tradition that the Houston Astros take to.
I want to give you an opportunity to join us. We are in the Sports Vision studio right here in the Office Sports Bar and Grill, located at 2979 North Lake Parkway. If you want to come out here, if you want to call to get directions, the number to call is 706-221-1822. And I tell you, Dale, this delicious food, this lunches that we have.
Great food.
Man, it's great food.
Great food, great place to come and watch the games on the weekend, Saturdays and Sunday. They got specials all day, wings special, beer special, and the Boss Burger. That's what that is right there, the Boss Burger.
Be sure to tell them that Sports Vision sent you, okay? All right, well, that's going to do it for all the time we have for today. For Dale Williams, I'm DJ Jones, reminding you to keep your eye on the ball. Have a great week.
Be sure to check out our Facebook page, Sports Vision's TV show, or our website, www.sportsvisionusa.com.
Every remaining 2017 Nissan must go at Headquarter Nissan. Over 400 left, and they're all priced to sell. Drive a new Rogue for just $19,800. $19,800. Drive a new Altima for just $17,540. $17,540. That's right, a new Rogue just $19,800. A new Altima just $17,540. And they're all backed by a lifetime warranty. Hurry, because once they're gone, they're gone.
Columbus, it's a Nissan town.
Attention Columbus, Fort Benning, Phoenix City, and the surrounding areas. Sports Visions Entertainment presents the Party Bus Lifestyle. Take a trip with us. Don't worry about driving. 15, 25, 30 of your sorority sisters, fraternity brothers, family, or friends. Get to travel in luxurious lifestyle, in town or out of town visits. Come travel with us and experience the exclusive luxury Party Bus Lifestyle. Call 706-681-1136 or 706-681-5192.
Come on out to the Office Sports Bar and Grill. Whether meeting up with friends, colleagues, or family, you will feel right at home. We have live music from local artists, happy hour from 4 to 6 daily, and outstanding daily specials. The Office Sports Bar and Grill is not your typical sports bar. Come, eat and drink like a boss.
Hello, my name is Mike Stone. I've had the privilege to serve as a volunteer at the Carpenters Way Ranch for over 20 years. Please join us for our annual Giving Childhood a Chance luncheon on November 7th at St. Luke Ministry Center in Columbus. This year's guest speaker will be Rudy Ruettiger of Notre Dame football fame, whose story was captured in the acclaimed movie Rudy. For more information, please go to themethodisthome.org/events. Our house, Carpenters Way, is a ministry of the Methodist Home for Children and Youth.
Are you okay?
What happened?
Dad kind of walked into my swing.
Don't you mean Dad kind of ruined our Hawaii fund?
I should go to the hospital.
There goes the airfare. I don't think health insurance will cover all of that. Without that cash from Aflac, we might have to choose between Hawaii or your face.
Hawaii.
What?
Oh, Hawaii.
You might have less coverage than you think. Visit Aflac.com and keep your lifestyle healthy.
Aflac!